this time on Dragon Ball. Because I did my last review, and I said I'll do it again. If you saw my community post, I said I was going to do another review, or potentially. I thought, why not start with the series that started my channel? If you don't know, or you haven't been here for very long, because it's still relatively new. When I first started this channel, the first thing I did was on Dragon Ball content, so I thought, why not have the next review Dragon Ball? So that's where we are, Dragon Ball. Now, I like Dragon Ball, obviously. It's a series I grew up with as a kid. It's a series that's very fun to me. So I thought, for this series review, I'm going to start where it all began. Dragon Ball Z. Or Dragon Ball, but I'll do that one in the future. And it starts at the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z, when he first introduces his sons to his friends from the last series. Everyone's shocked because Goku isn't very smart. So when they see that Goku has a child, like there's no fucking way this guy has a child. But he introduces his son, to his friends. But as they do, they realize they're not truly alone in this deep universe out there. Because when we introduced to a brand new character, Raditz, Goku's brother, and he says that he's the brother of Goku. In fact, he's not actually some weird monkey boy from the jungle. He's actually an alien, and that he was sent to Earth to conquer this planet, but he failed miserably. And then he came here to see what was done, but eventually things aren't going to go well. And Piccolo, the greatest villain of Goku's life in the past, has a team up to fight Raditz. And I don't really call it a fight. It's more like these two did the best, to fight him, and he is just one of them way like they all flies. They've got their ass beat, They tried their best, but Raditz was built different, you know what I'm saying? Now, all that shit before, that shit's trash. But as he was getting his ass beat, his son appeared and had to save his dad and beat his uncle. And this surprised everyone because no one could really do this. No one could, damage him. But then, like, oh shit, they gave him enough time that Goku could hold back Raditz and stop him once for all. But team up with his sworn enemy and putting Raditz down for good. And this was the first time in this series that our beloved main character, our hero, passed away. And with his death marks the new era of Dragon Ball. But you see, what we need to know is that during that time that they were fighting, they told them about the Dragon Balls. Because the reason why they were fighting for a bit, and the reason why this whole series began, is because as they were fighting, as Goku died, Piccolo snitched and told them about the Dragon Balls. And once it happened, Raditz like, oh, really bet. Now my two friends, who are even more powerful than me, just heard that on my scouter, and they're coming here to get the Dragon Balls. So he's like, oh shit, we haven't much time. So he took Goku's son, because, well, what are you going to do? Stop him? I mean, it's Piccolo here. I mean, no one besides, the Saiyans could beat Goku, so Piccolo, without Goku. So he took Goku's son, and they flew off to begin their training. And thus, this will be the beginning of the Saiyan saga. And as this happened, Goku trained with Kai in the other world. I think the show is called Heffel. But during that time, he learned new techniques. And so did everyone else, but they were skipped, because it wasn't really about them. In the anime, they get like filler episodes. But we're not covering the anime, we're covering the manga. And this isn't going to be a full by full review. And this is just a highlight review. So you can go out there and pick up the books yourself. So if you're wondering why I'm not bringing up certain things, or if I'm leaving out certain parts, it's because I don't want to tell the whole story. I want you to go out there and pick up these books if you haven't already, or go out there and watch these stories if you haven't already. And then, anyway, back to the review. So here we go, the rival of the Saiyans, Nappa and Vegeta, and the Raditzes. And yeah, this wasn't even a fight, bro. This was this was also a beatdown, bro. Then he came Yamcha dead, the biggest meme of Dragon Ball. My gosh, this man was cool as fucking Dragon Ball, but in Z, goes, gosh damn, bro. Let me tell you, Tien, trash. Chaozu, bam. Piccolo, gone. And they're like, well, fuck it. Now the Piccolo's dead. They say, oh, fuck it. Let's go. And then, but through that sacrifice, Gohan's rage was untapped. Now, I'd like to go back a second. This was a really, really big moment for Piccolo as a character. Throughout the entirety of Dragon Ball, Piccolo has been selfish. He had one goal, one was either to rule the earth and kill Goku. But as his time drew near, as he knew his life was ending, he thought that before I die, I should find a successor. And who better than the son of his greatest nemesis, of his greatest foe? Who better than Son Gohan? And when he saw Gohan about to perish before his eyes, he realized something in life was more important than himself, the life of others. And through sacrifice, Gohan's rage could truly be untapped, even for the slightest moment. And Gohan let out, and it was a cool moment. It was pretty great. But eventually, he too fell. He was not powerful enough to beat Nappa. And then Goku, the Chad of Chads. Look at this introduction, just on his head. He disappears, flexing him, just stunning. Whooped his ass, beat the tall one's ass, like, yeah, trash. This is my show, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. This is my show. And then, of course, the iconic Goku versus Vegeta. And my gosh, the start of all, it was over 9,000. My gosh, this was the beginning of truly a wonderful era. Let me tell you, this fight was incredible. When I first watched this as a kid, this was amazing. It was great. But anyway, sorry. Give me nostalgic there. But the fight raged on. Goku gave his all, using new techniques, the Kaioken, as they flew away from the battlefield with the dead bodies of their friends. He traveled with Vegeta, and they fought on top of this rocky field. And Goku gave it his all, but still, even with his Kaioken, all his new tricks, he was not even powerful enough to beat Vegeta. He could only merely damage him. And once Vegeta got sick of it, he went to Grade 8, and he fought again. But this time, Goku, without all his tricks, was laid out and could not fight back. Bloody and broken, and able to use the Spirit Bomb, he was unable to defeat Vegeta by himself. So he needed the help of others. And with the help of his son, his best friend, and Yajirobe, they managed to put Vegeta down. And Vegeta, barely alive, managed to get away. But only because of the help of Goku. And thus, this would conclude the end of the Saiyan saga, and the beginning of the new one. After the death of their friends, and after the battle of the Saiyans, they are told, after they're told that there are other Dragon Balls out in different planet. So they're trying to devise a way to get out of Earth and to that planet. So Popo and Bulma go out, and they find Kami's old spaceship. And they learn more about the ship, about the Earth Guardians. We don't really know who they are, just they're out there. So Bulma gets her bodyguards and their crew, and set off to find an planet Namek. And they find planet Namek, similar to Earth, similar the greenery and the trees that they have found in Namek, and that they're going to find the Dragon Balls, reach back their friends, and then go home. But unfortunately, that would not be how simple the story would get, because with them introduces the most notorious villain of all Dragon Ball, Frieza. And my gosh, this introduction, let me tell you, this was, because I actually watched the show, I only read it recently, so it's still fresh in my mind. But reading it again, I'm like, holy crap, man! When they first were introduced, holy hell, cause damn, when they first appeared, they were there. But whew, man, let me tell you. So anyway, so I got sidetracked because Frieza. Anyway, so they're there looking because they obviously, because it's Scouters, Frieza, Vegeta, and Nappa had theirs on. Now I don't know why the fuck. This is a tangent. Why the fuck did Nappa and Vegeta have the Scouters on? I mean, honestly, they should know to turn those off, right? Because Raditz has his on, and that's how Vegeta and Nappa found out Dragon Balls. So why the fuck didn't Nappa and Vegeta turn off their Scouters when they, well, at least the comms when they went to Earth, right? They don't even say like, oh, we turn off the communicator, or turns off the scanner that scans levels. But no, they're just, oh, oops, Daisy, got to turn it off. Oh, oops, Daisy, mine's still on the entire time. Now Frieza knows, he's more powerful than me, so what, fuck it, I'm a dumbass, but I'm kind of smart, it's kind of hard, anyway. Sorry, tangent. So anyway, Frieza and his goons find out about Dragon Balls because Vegeta and Nappa didn't turn off their fucking scouters, and they go into Namek and start slaughtering all the Namekians trying to get Dragon Balls. And as each one didn't tell where Dragon Balls were, they had to kill them all until each one of them told where one was. But Gohan and Krillin, who witnessed this entire fight, can contain his rage, and he unleashes out. Because when you see someone getting attacked, Goku and Gohan just can't deal with it. And so when there's that rage bolt up, Gohan snapped and showed them why he should have been the main character. And why these two fuckers just couldn't, just known as the side characters. And Gohan launches at them, kicking the shit out of the Doria, grabbing the child and just making the way off. And with this, Vegeta goes on his winning spree. He goes on because he follows, because he finds out, obviously because of the scouters that Frieza found out. See, he went to Namek and starts making the rounds, killing everyone who got in his way. Because we learn in this arc that when a Saiyan gets near beaten to death, their powers grow. And he got his ass beat on Earth. These powers are even stronger now. So he's just beating his shit at everyone who beat him up in the past. And he's trying to get as much information as he can on the Dragon Balls and collect as many as he can without A, getting attacked by Frieza, B, killing off all Frieza's strong heavy hitters separately so he doesn't have to fight them all at once, and also get his wish. And the wish he wants is immortality. And he just makes the hands, just running through them all. Is it Kui? Yeah, Kui dead. Dodoria dead because he chases after. And then we find out about the Great Elder, the Elder who created Dragon Balls on Namek. And they tell him about the plot as happened with Frieza and about the Namekian called Piccolo or Kami. And he agrees to help the humans, and he helps Krillin unlock his full potential, which isn't very much, but you know how it is. But Krillin realizes, oh shit, gotta use this chance, gets Gohan, brings him there. At the same time, Vegeta is making his way through the Namekians, killing them all to get the Dragon Ball, all for the same wish. And he goes and finds Gohan, and they will have a little chat. And this is a bit further back. But because of these events, they have an unlikely team up to defeat the new enemies, the Ginyu Force, and here the rival of the Hands. And it wasn't likely. So because of this unlikely team up, they had to fight the Ginyu Force. Because despite Vegeta's win at the wins, he knows he cannot beat the Ginyu Force, so he needs their help. These two to help fight the Ginyu Force in order to get his wish of immortality. But they're more powerful than they would look like, that they would seem, and Vegeta and the rest are left bloody, beaten, and broken. They are too powerful for these three to handle. They gave it all, they weren't powerful enough. When they lie there bloody and beaten and broken, all hope was lost. But a savior arrived to help them save the day. Goku. Now this happened a bit way earlier back, but we learn that after they live life on planet Namek, they feel the energy of Vegeta and Frieza, and they send a call back to Earth to let everyone know that Vegeta is here and there's a new threat there. So Goku has to wait for, I think, 4 months, and he has to wait to heal in the hospital while the sensor beans grow and he can heal himself. Because sensor beans, if you didn't know, they can heal all injuries, most of them anyway, and heal his stamina. See, while those things were still growing the plants, he had to heal in the hospital. But once they were ready, he was able to get to the hospital, went on a spaceship, and he trained for 6 days at 100 times Earth's gravity, getting ready for the coming day he arrived on Namek. When he does, he senses his son, Gohan, and he comes there to help him because he's a good father. Despite all the fucking memes that say Goku's a bad dad, Goku's a good dad, but whatever. But anyway, after all the memes, Goku arrives and he helps his son, and he looks at Vegeta and he's like, "Wow, Vegeta, you're kind of trash, aren't you? You're kind of trash. You lost to this fucker." So he reads Krillin's mind and he learns what's going on, and then he decides to jump in. And boy, does he jump in. Raccoon gets his ass defeated. Now, I won't show Raccoon scene because I believe that scene you just need to see that scene for yourself. Because boy, oh boy, the Raccoon beatdown, it feels kind of bad. Like kind of like a smart person being shit at someone's like disabled. Like it's like damn man, come on, that isn't fair. But he makes the rounds, man. Chase, Berta, kaput. Vegeta, kind of bitch move, but can you overpower Ginyu Force until Ginyu arrives, and then he challenges Goku and realizes Goku is more of a threat than he was. So through the power of swap bodies, his ability, they swap bodies, and now Goku is in Ginyu's body, and Ginyu is in Goku's body. And Goku desperately tries to hunt down after his body, who's hunting down the children that got away with Vegeta. But as this happens, they find the Dragon Balls that Frieza had kept hidden from them, and they decide to try and summon the dragon. But unfortunately, they don't know that in order to use the Dragon Balls, you need to speak Namekian. So they don't know what to do. But unfortunately, Ginyu, the evil one, in Goku's body, arrives. And then he, obviously posing as Goku, glows in the false hope of Goku, Gohan, and Krillin. They think he's Goku, but then realize that Ginyu took their bodies. And so they fight desperately against Goku. But luckily, because this isn't his body, he has no idea how to use it. He can't unlock the body's full potential. So Gohan snaps at him, and Vegeta joins in, and he fights Chase, and killing another member of the Ginyu Force, thus baiting from 5-1. Because gosh, let me tell you, right, Vegeta, even though he lost a few times, he went through the rounds, bro. He man was fucking putting work about fires, about powers. Hungry, we devour. Like, gosh damn, man. But no. Anyway, so after that, Vegeta steps in, but then Goku, the real one, appears. And as he appears, he tells him he's in my body. I'm in my body back. Vegeta just beats that shit out of Goku, the evil one, and then lays him down out on the ground. And then Goku, during that time, sees a Ginyu about to swap bodies, and he jumps in and gets his body back. And then he's like, oh, that's it? Okay. But because of all this huge damage he took while he was fighting Vegeta, the evil one, he had to be put in the healing tank. So whilst he was healing the tank, Vegeta, Krillin, Gohan put on these Saiyan suits, prepared for the coming battle, and then waited for Goku to heal up. But Krillin had a plan. During this time, let's summon the dragon, wish our friends back to life, wish back the Earth Dragon Balls back to life, and then before Vegeta all wakes up. So him, Dende, and Krillin, or Gohan, Dende, and Krillin, all set out, wish summon the dragon, they speak the phrase, the keyword, Namekian, and then they ask for the wish. The first wish was to bring back everyone they can, but because the dragon on Namek can only wish back one person at a time, or one person back to life at a time. Yes. So Piccolo says, "Wish me back first. Then that way, Earth Dragon Balls can be brought back because me and Kami are the same person. So if you bring me back, then you'll come back too. So then you can get more wishes." He's, "Oh, that's a great idea." So they bring back Piccolo back to life. And Piccolo says, "Now bring me back to Namek." This is fucking dumb. This is dumb because you know that if you fucking die, Piccolo, that whole plan is in the fucking trash. But anyway, so he wishes them to wish him to Namek to fight Frieza, which is fucking dumb because if you die, then his whole plan is for shit. But anyway, he's revived. Second wish is him brought to Namek. And because they didn't say where or to bring him here exactly, he's put Namek, but not exactly where they are. And he tries to search for them. But as he does, he reaches, then he finds Nail. But let's get back to this. So Vegeta, he wakes up and he sees that the sky is black on a planet that has 3 suns. Oh shit. The dragon. So he arrives and he goes, "Hey, what the fuck, man? You wished without me? This is bullshit." He goes, "No, Vegeta, it's okay. We only got one more wish left. Please don't kill us. Okay, I wish for immortality." But before he can say that, Namek's guardian, the Guru, passed away, and thus Dragon Balls cannot be used. And because he can't wish for immortality to fight Frieza and gain his power boost, They unfortunately run into an unthinkable villain, and the three are forced to team up again to fight an immeasurable villain. I don't know why that's there again. Things a bit broken. Don't worry about that. Immeasurable villain, Frieza. And let me tell you, oh boy, when Frieza first appeared, man, this man, this man was angry, bro. This man was angry. And because this man, he comes here, he appears, collected a bit. Oh, like, it's all planned out. Oh, well, bugger, I lost my wish. That's a shame. Then he snaps, he goes, you motherfuckers, you nick! No, he would say it, though. He would say it. But he appears, he snaps. And then they have a fight with Frieza's first form. And then they have this huge battle, quote unquote. But then, Vegeta goes, come on, bitch, I know this isn't your first form, your real form. You're holding back your power. Like us Saiyans and like Zarbot, you have an actual form beyond this. And he goes, yes, that's true, monkey. So let me, transform. And they all just let him transform because Vegeta just baits him. Vegeta just had to push it. Again, Vegeta's pride just had to push Frieza past the limits because they might have had a chance. Might not. Big one. Chance again first from Frieza if they all teamed up. Plus Piccolo, who was on the way, was coming there. But, being being Vegeta, no. So he transforms, and there we get the whole reveal of Frieza's second form, and they all feared of Frieza's true, or we think at the time, true form. And this form, yeah, it's got some perks to it. At the transform, they feel like he through his power. Now, I want to do another tangent here, right? Now, through this, I'll say, the early start of Z, we had things called power levels, right? Goku's, when he arrived, was about 8,000. Nappa's, I don't know, I think Vegeta's around 15,000, right? But every time Goku used the Kaioken, it was about, 14,000, 15,000 every time he used it. Now, when Vegeta arrived here, it was like 20,000 roughly. So, basically, the fights went up more and more and more. Goku, when he appears to fight the Ginyu Force, was 180. Frieza, first form, when he appears, is 530,000. What the fuck? What the fuck? That was that. Do you know how much of a huge leap that is? Went from 180,000 to 500,000. A huge fucking leap in power. Are you kidding me? And then second form, just a million. You mean just skip 8,000, skip 7,000, just boom, a million. And this is when I think where power levels just became bullshit, right? Because at this point, they just said, fuck it, bigger number, who cares? Just not put too much thought in power levels, right? Because you have him at a million on his second form, and you tell me that this stuff. So I do believe that Frieza ruined power levels because the author making him look more impressive made his level too high. Like should be like more roughly around Goku's, but still a bit higher. But named solely high, so he's going through power levels in general. But anyway, man, done. Back to the actual review. So he looks at the three of them, chooses Krillin, stabs him through the chest, and then throws him down. And then boom, Krillin gone. And then Gohan tries to help Krillin, but then gets in the way, and then Gohan fights Frieza, and we see again Gohan's explosive temper. Because when Gohan gets mad, he gets a huge buff increase to his power, and he whops the floor with Frieza. And Vegeta's just like, holy shit, this man has so much power behind him, but he's inexperienced, this stupid child. But of course, the rage subsides, and Frieza just beats his ass again. And then Krillin appears, and then he helps Gohan fight Frieza, because Dende has the power to heal people. So when Gohan goes ass beat, all that Dende had to do was heal him. Gohan's back in the fight. But as they were fighting, back to Piccolo, him and Nail have a little chat, so to speak. And then he tells him, even now you still might not have a chance to fight Frieza, but if we combine, we may be strong enough to face that monster. So together they fuse and become a being that could potentially stop Frieza. And then the fight between Piccolo and Frieza begins. Will this determine the fate of Dragon Ball? find out next time. I hope you all enjoyed this series. I hope you all get a little bit out of this. This is my second review. This is my longest one of the two videos I just did, reviews. Still getting used to the format. I should probably make a script. I'm kind of just going off the fly, but I've always hated doing script writing or writing in general. But I should probably, if I'm going to take this seriously, I need to do script writing so that there's actually a bit more cohesive and a bit more into my slideshows. Because this is just, again, my first attempt in a slideshow of this. So I think with time and in practice, I get better at this review. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any tips below or any guys what I should be doing or I should add in or how to make this reviews better, let me know and tell me what was your favorite arc in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. Just let me know what's your favorite arc, favorite character, and favorite villain. But I hope you all enjoy and see you next time. So long.